Hello, y'all. This is Julian Rico. Welcome to College Football Week 13 picks. We're getting closer to the college football season over, and plus, we have a bunch of games to pick. So let's get right to it. Starting with Temple taking on UTSA, the Roadrunners at 7 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. UTSA is a 16.5 point favorite. I got the Roadrunners winning that one by 15. Purdue taking on Michigan State at 8 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Michigan State is a 13.5 point favorite. I got Michigan State winning this one. They will win it by 16. 24th ranked team in the country, UNLV taking on San Jose State at 10 p.m. Eastern on FS1. UNLV is a 7.5 point favorite. This game is a lot for UNLV because they're trying to keep up in the race for the Mountain West Championship game. Boise State is going to get that Mountain West Championship spot, but that second place spot is still on the line. Colorado State is in second place, which we'll get to them. I got UNLV winning this one. Really close game. I got them winning it 24-20. I say they win it by 4. All right, let's go to Saturday games. Wake Forest taking on 8th ranked team in the country, Miami, at 12 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Miami is a 24-point favorite. Miami's coming off a bye week, and they try to control their destiny for the ACC championship game. They're going to take on the Demon Deacons, so does that matter for them? Yeah, give me Miami winning it by 26. 9th ranked team in the country, Ole Miss taking on Florida at 12 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN+. Ole Miss is an 11-point favorite. Ole Miss coming off an impressive win against Georgia just 2 weeks ago. This week, Lane Kiffin talked about that maybe they should have had that bye week earlier and maybe have themselves a chance to maybe contend for the SEC championship game. But can they compete for a playoff spot? Which at least, yes, they can do it. They're going to take on the Gators, who had a huge home win against LSU. And let's say this game's going to be really fun to watch, but I'm going to go Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss finds a way to win it. Got the Rebels winning it by 10 in this one. 13th ranked team in the country, SMU taking on Virginia at 12 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. SMU is a 9.5 point favorite, and if they win this game, they will go to the ACC championship game in Charlotte against a Cavaliers team that lost to Notre Dame, and they need one win to go to bowl eligible. But I got SMU. They will go to the ACC championship game, and they will win it by 10. 25th ranked team in the country, Illinois, taking on Rutgers at 12 p.m. Eastern on Peacock. Rutgers is a 2.5 point favorite. I got Illinois winning this one. Upset of the week. I think Illinois finds a way to win it in Rutgers. They win it by 4. Iowa taking on Maryland at 12 p.m. Eastern on Big Ten Network. Iowa's a 6.5 point favorite. I got the Iowa Hawkeyes. I think they keep it up, and they will win it by 7 in this one. UConn taking on Syracuse at 12 p.m. Eastern on ACC Network. Syracuse is a 10.5 point favorite, and Syracuse coming off a big win against Cal. Can they keep that momentum against UConn, who impressive season? They have 7-3 record. Could they go to a new conference, which I would love to see a UConn team go into maybe the SEC, Big Ten, or maybe the MAC, wherever they want to go. But I got Syracuse winning it. I think Syracuse will win it by 14 in this one. Tar Heels of North Carolina taking on Boston College at 12 p.m. Eastern on the CW Network. The Tar Heels are 2.5 point favorites. I actually think Boston College wins this game. They were so close to beating SMU, but I think this is the game they will get their bowl eligible season, and I got Boston College by 3. Sam Houston taking on Jack State, 12 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Jack State is a 6-point favorites. I think Sam Houston wins this upset of the week. They win it by 5. UMass taking on 10th ranked team in the country, Georgia at 12:45 p.m. Eastern on SEC Network. Georgia's a 42.5-point favorites. Georgia coming off a big win against Tennessee at home. They get a UMass team that, yes, their season will, at least their season's about to be over, as they will join the MAC next season. So I got Georgia winning it. I got Georgia by 45. Go Dogs. UTEP taking on 11th team in the country, Tennessee at 1 p.m. Eastern on ACC Plus, on ESPN Plus. I'm sorry. Tennessee's at 40.5-point favorites. I got Tennessee winning it by 51 points. That would happen. Western Kentucky taking on Liberty at 1 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. Liberty's a 1-point favorites. That's a surprise. I have Liberty winning this one by 4 against Western Kentucky. James Madison taking on App State at 2:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. James Madison is a 7-point favorite. I think James Madison keeps it rolling. Give me the Dukes by 4. Arizona taking on TCU at 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. TCU is a 10.5-point favorite. What a great season for the Horned Frogs. They get bowl eligible again. But Arizona needs 2 more wins before their next game against Arizona State for rivalry weekend. I got TCU. I think TCU runs away with a huge win. Give me TCU by 8. ULM taking on Arkansas State at 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. Arkansas State is a 2.5-point favorite. Give me Arkansas State. I think Arkansas State keeps it win. I got them winning it by 4. South Alabama taking on USM, 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. South Alabama's a 22-point favorite. Give me South Alabama. Shout out to RBT. The South Alabama team are going to a bowl game. Charlotte taking on FAU at 3 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. Charlotte is a 2.5-point favorite. Let me tell you, FAU had a report about they have not contact with Ray Lewis to be their next head coach, which unfortunately not going to happen. Charlotte, on the other hand, they fired their head coach, and now they need to finish their season strong. Give me the 49ers on the road in Southern Florida. Give me Charlotte on the road by 4. Kentucky taking on the 3rd-ranked team in the country, Texas, at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN Plus. Texas is a 20.5-point favorite. I think Texas keeps it rolling against a struggling Kentucky team that they don't have an offense, they don't have a defense. We don't know what's going on with that. Give me Texas by 24. 4th-ranked team in the country, Penn State, taking on Minnesota at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS. Penn State's an 11.5-point favorite. This is too high for a spread, but Penn State's coming off a dominant win against Purdue. Minnesota's coming off a disappointing loss to Illinois, but I'm going to say Penn State wins it, but they will win it by 5 points. I think Minnesota will keep it close, but I have Penn State winning by 5. Let's get to the other one. The 14th-ranked team in the country, BYU, taking on the 21st-ranked team in the country, Arizona State, 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Arizona State is a 3-point favorite. BYU got their first loss of the season, but they're still in there. However, there's some teams out there in the Big 12 trying to catch you up, BYU. And to do that, they got to take on Arizona State. What a great story. Kenny Dillingham, their head coach, will earn for this program. You know what? Give me the Sun Devils. The Sun Devils win it 20-26 over BYU. I got Arizona State winning it by 6. The 16th ranked team in the country, Colorado, taking on Kansas at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Colorado's a 3-point favorite. This is going to be another neutral site in Arrowhead in Kansas City. And big news that happened earlier. Congratulations to Julian Juju Lewis to commit from USC to Colorado. A massive pickup for Deion Sanders and Colorado, and hopefully the new starting quarterback for the Buffaloes next season. And their season is enjoyed. They need one more win to go to the Big 12 championship game, but it's not going to be easy against a Kansas Jayhawks team that just pulled 2 upset wins, beating Kansas State, Iowa State, and they beat, of course, last week against BYU. Surprising? Will it be 3 in a row? Nope. Colorado wins at 24-20 over Kansas. Northwestern taking on Michigan at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on FS1. Michigan is a 10.5-point favorite. And big news also for Michigan. Bryce Underwood, who was supposed to be committed to LSU, has flipped his community to Michigan. So Michigan fans should be happy. This is a big win for Michigan to get a franchise quarterback for this Wolverines team that is struggling this year as a former national champs. I got Michigan winning it by 5 in this one, and they will clinch a bowl eligible this season. Wisconsin taking on Nebraska at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on Big Ten Network. Nebraska's a 1.5-point favorite. This game's huge for both teams. They're both 5 wins, and one of them is going to get a 6th win. You know what? Toss it up. Give me Nebraska by 5, and they clinch a bowl eligible this week. Stanford taking on Cal at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ACC Network. Cal is a 14-point favorite. I got Cal winning it by 16, and they will get a bowl eligible this year. UCF taking on West Virginia at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN University. UCF is a 3-point favorite. Give me the Mountaineers. Come on, this is a close game. I'll give you a close game. 26-29 West Virginia. Georgia Southern taking on Coastal Carolina at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. Coastal Carolina is a 2.5-point favorite. I'm going to go with Coastal Carolina. They get this win by 4. Eastern Carolina taking on North Texas at 3:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN+. North Texas is a 2.5-point favorite after coming off a disappointing loss last week against the Roadrunners. They need this win, and I got the Mean Green clinching a bowl eligible this week. Pittsburgh taking on Louisville, 4 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Louisville's an 8-point favorite. I have Louisville winning it by 10. 23rd team in the country, Missouri, taking on Mississippi State at 4:15 p.m. Eastern on ACC Network. Missouri is a 7.5-point favorite. Give me Missouri by 8. Army taking on Notre Dame at NBC Peacock, and this game will be a 7 p.m. game. Notre Dame is a 14-point favorite. I have Notre Dame knocking off Army, and they win it by 10. Washington State taking on Oregon State at 7 p.m. Eastern on the CW Network. Washington State is an 11-point favorite. Now we're going to see who's first place in the Pac-12. Give me Washington State by 5. 7th ranked team in the country, Alabama, taking on Oklahoma at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ABC and ESPN+. Alabama's a 13.5-point favorite. You know what? Give me the chaos. This is the chaos of the week. Oklahoma upsets Alabama. Give me the Sooners upsetting Alabama. 15th ranked team in the country, Texas A&M, taking on Auburn at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Texas A&M is a 2.5-point favorite. Give me the Aggies by 10. 22nd team in the country, Iowa State take on Utah at 7:30 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Iowa State is a 7-point favorites. Give me Iowa State by 4. Sorry, I have to make the quick picks before we get to the game of the week. So let's get these game picks out of the way. Vanderbilt taking on LSU at 7:45 p.m. Eastern on SEC Network. LSU is a 7.5-point favorites. Give me Vanderbilt upsetting LSU by 4. Virginia Tech taking on Duke at 8 p.m. Eastern on ACC Network. Virginia Tech is a 3-point favorite. I got the Hookers of Virginia Tech winning it by 5. Cincinnati taking on Kansas State at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2. Kansas State is a 8.5-point favorite. Give me the Wildcats by 10 in this one, as Kansas State keeps themselves alive in the Big 12 championship game. On to our final 2 games before we get to the game of the week. USC taking on UCLA at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on NBC. USC is a 4.5-point favorite, and they need one more win, and they got to play, guess who? The Bruins of UCLA. Sorry, Deshaun, but I got to pick USC. They need this win, and they got to clinch a bowl eligible this week. All right, this is the game I'm thinking about. Colorado State taking on Fresno State at 10:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Fresno is a 3-point favorite, okay? Because if Fresno wins this one, UNLV has a chance to go to the Mountain West Championship game. I got Colorado State by 5 points against Fresno State. All right, to the game of the week. This is the big game of the week. The 5th-ranked team in the country, Indiana, taking on the 2nd-ranked team in the country, Ohio State, at 12 p.m. Eastern on Fox. Ohio State is a 10-point favorite. Here's a stat of the week. Offense points per game. Indiana, 43.9. That's 3rd in the country. Ohio State, 37.8. Ranked 13 in the country. Defense, points per game. Ohio State, 10.3. That's 3rd in the country, or 2nd best in the country. Indiana, 13.8, 7th best in the country. Turnovers allowed, 9 turnovers, 22nd ranked, and 7 for Indiana, 8th ranked. Turnovers forced, 14, 55th ranked for Ohio State, and Indiana, 17, 30th ranked in the country. This is going to be fun. Indiana's offense versus Ohio State's defense, and Ohio State's offense taking on Indiana's defense. Who will win this one? I'm going to go with the Hoosiers, man. I think Indiana wins it. A classic game. Give me Indiana 34-31 over Ohio State. That is it for today, folks. And if you want to see more of my videos, go ahead and come down to my channel. And the road of 100 subscribers is what I want. So the road of 100 subscribers starts now. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.